Very few vehicles have changed the world as much as a van. And today we have the best and worst van that's ever been created.
Good brakes. They get you in and out.
So van history as it relates to Ram in the United States is a very interesting one, because Ford and Chevy really dominated for a super long time. In the late 90s, Mercedes-Benz bought Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and made the Ram Sprinter van in a collusion with Freightliner. Now, everybody's heard of the Mercedes Sprinter van. In fact, you probably see it all the time, especially in prime vans. But an interesting thing happened in 2009. Fiat bought Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram from Mercedes. And Fiat, the Italian company, had been building this exact van for over 30 years in Italy. So, naturally, what did they do? They took the Mercedes-Benz approach and they rebranded their van and put a Ram logo on it. Introducing the Ram ProMaster. This is one of the most interesting vans I think has ever been created, because no other van follows the design path that this one has, and no other van has the success that this van has been able to have in the last 10 years. Follow me around and I'll show you some of the best features that this van has to offer, not only for the United States market, but also for you as a consumer. And you might not even know how much this van has changed your life day to day. What makes this van completely different is this right here. See, most vans have a typical configuration with the engine in the front, the drive axle in the rear, and the transmission somewhere in between. But this takes a completely different approach. This puts the engine right in the front, the transmission right next to it, and the drive axle off of that. See, front-wheel drive cars have been around forever. The Mini Cooper first started that in the late 1960s. However, this is the first cargo van to ever try it. And like I said, Fiat did it over 30 years ago in Italy with tons of success. And this is the first one we've seen in the United States. So what we have here is a 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 that they put in Jeeps, Rams, Chrysler 300s, Dodge Charger, you name it, from an FCA product, they put this motor in there. Now, in Europe, they use a 2-liter diesel, but unfortunately that motor does not pass US emissions, so they crammed the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 in here. Now, having the drive configuration in the front of the vehicle does a lot of things. There's quite a few benefits with it, the biggest one being efficiency. Because your entire drive line is up in the front, you don't have to waste the rest of the van trying to make it look decent. Everything can be right up here in the front, out of the way. You can get great fuel economy, and you can get great maneuverability because this vehicle can make a turn better than any other vehicle. Most of what makes this van interesting is back here. We already talked about the benefits of the engine being in the front, how we don't have to waste a lot of space. But what that really means is, well, this. This is the smallest ProMaster you can get. It's a 1500 with the shortest wheelbase and the lowest roof. But has the largest interior space of pretty much any cargo van you can buy. I'm 5'8" and I can clear the door and the ceiling all the way inside. I have over 8 feet of length from the back of the seats to the back doors. And this entire interior is configurable because this is just a big box. You don't have drive lines, you don't have transmission hubs. The load floor is nice and low. Because there's no drive axle in the rear, you use a leaf spring solid axle, which means you can put up to 4,000 pounds back here. And if you up the chassis size to a 3500, you're talking about 8,000 pounds of cargo back here. For this being a cab over design, there's a lot of interesting things to this van, most of them beneficial. First of all, the sloping roofline gives you a double shelf. You've got a shelf up here that's got tons of room where you can shove computer systems, speakers, extra packages, paperwork, and then another shelf here where you can shove your driver's goods, like sunglasses, lunch, hats, books, whatever you may need, giving this van more space for potentially computer chips or cameras that companies might need when they're protecting themselves. Looking inside the cab here, because the engine and transmission are underneath the cab, it lifts the entire area. And because your bumper is only 2 feet in front of you, you can see exactly where you are, increasing maneuverability and clarity so that you can see a lot better, making this van safer and more efficient. But you're probably still wondering, answer the big question. How has this van changed your life? Heck, if you're just sitting at home or at work watching a YouTube video, well, I'll tell you. See, because this van has only been in the US since 2016, and it's outsold the Ford Transit and buried the Chevy Express. They don't even build the van anymore. What does that mean for you? That means that this van is going to be the best-selling vehicle. Potentially over the next 10 years, this van will outsell every other van. See, every year, USPS, FedEx, and Amazon, and every company that needs a cargo van is buying this van because it's cheaper, more affordable, better to operate, and hauls more stuff. So what's not to hate? Pretty soon, this could be your daily driver. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below to let me know what you want to see next. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.